Next turn. It's the one that I want to be playing spells on. Okay. Bury this card to recharge a d4 plus 1 random cards from your discard pile. Shall I do some more? Nah, there's no point yet. I'm just going to keep playing. What do we got? A traitor. Human elite, combat 11 to defeat. Before the encounter, discard a random ally from your hand. Ah, you bastard. Well, there's no way of stopping that, I don't think. I just have to discard him. Traitor. So he sort of bribed Father Xantus, I guess, and made him leave me for a time because he's a traitor. Or she. I think that's a he. Bugger. Okay, that's fine. Now I'm going to try defeating him. So, it's a combat 11 I've got to get. That should be alright. So melee die is 6. A d6, sorry, plus 2. Oh yeah, for your combat check, reveal this card to roll your strength or melee die plus a d6. So I'm going to use my melee die, which is that, a 6, and 1 extra d6. Oh god, this isn't actually that good. I could discard this to add another d6, but then I'd be without a weapon for a time, and I don't know if my mace is in there. Oh no, I am allowed to look through my discard pile, I think. That's open information, so I want to see if my mace is in there. I don't think it is. Ah, bugger, it's right there. Okay, good. So I know that if I do discard my quarterstaff, I've got to try and remember what order I put all these in. If I discard my quarterstaff, then there we go, they're all discarded. If I discard that, then I don't have any weapons in there. There's a way of maybe getting them back in, but that stuffs me for when I want to defeat the villain later, so I don't want to discard that. So, d6 plus a d6 plus 2. That's not brilliant. I'm going to have to use this to add another die, which is another d6. So that's 3d6 plus 2. I feel a bit more confident about that. And I've got the wooden shield. That's not a two-handed weapon, is it? Yes, it is. Bugger, so I won't be able to play that in order to lower damage. So here we go. I've got to get more than 11 here. Otherwise he's hurt me. And if I fail this combat check, another monster comes in. Shit. Should I discard this to get an extra one? What's this going to get me? 7 plus 3.5. 10.5 plus 2. It's 12.5. Oh, I should do it. Come on, fuck it. Come on. Roll. 5, 4, and 3 is 12 plus 2. Yep. Defeated. Wonderful. Phew. And I didn't have to discard my quarterstaff. God, that was quite scary, that. Not a goblin, so I don't get dealt fire damage, and I am not going to explore again this turn, so I simply do that. Shit, where's Cure? I want Cure. I want to get some cards back in there. Okay, new turn. Turn that over. Blessing of the Gods. Okay, what am I going to do? Got 6 cards left. The villain's in there somewhere. Villain is in there somewhere. Now, I'm actually going to do this. Instead of your first exploration on a turn, you may reveal a card with the divine trait to choose a character at your location. Blah, blah, blah. I will reveal Blessing of the Gods. And then we do the same thing again as before. Roll the d4. That many plus 1. 3 plus 1 is 4 cards. That's more like it. 4 random cards. 1, 2, 3, 4. I assume it's 4 random cards. Yeah. Shuffle 1 d4 plus 1 random cards from his discard pile into his deck. And of course, because it's shuffled, it gets shuffled. So, there we go. Ah, shit, the mace is still there. Never mind. I've got more stuff in there now. And then that gets discarded. There we are. So that was instead of my exploration. Done. Reset my hand. Ah, nice. A blessing. I wanted that. Okay. Next go. Blessing of the Yomadai. Discard it to add 2 dice to a non-combat charisma check. No worries. So, let's explore. A guard. Recharge this to add a d6 to your perception check. Banish it to reduce damage dealt to any character by 3. And that's not even combat damage. That's pretty handy. Constitution or Fortitude, 4. I've got Constitution a D6 plus 3, so I think I'm going to try that. A D6 plus 3. I won't use aid because I want to hold on to that. So whatever this is plus 3, 4 plus 3 is more than 4, so I get the guard. Great. Thank you very much. Now, I could discard the blessing to explore my location, but I then don't have a blessing in case I come up against a monster. So I'm going to play it safe. Get rid of my... I'll discard the guard. I'll keep hold of the wooden shield. Actually, no, there's no point in keeping hold of the wooden shield because... Oh, God. Because if I play it with the two-handed... with a weapon with the two-handed trait, which is the quarterstaff, then I may not play that card. So I'll discard that. Oh, nose. Right, there we go. Hand is reset. Next turn. We're just over halfway through the Blessings deck, so now we've got to see what we come up against. Before I turn that over and explore, yeah, I'm fine. Locked passage. Interesting. So, check to defeat. Strength or melee 16, or dexterity or disable 8. If defeated, examine the top card of the location deck, then put it on either the top or the bottom of the deck. Okay, so if I defeat it, I get to see what's on top and maybe put it at the end or on top. I'm not bothered, to be quite perfectly honest with you. I'm really not bothered by that. So I'm not going to waste loads of cards in order to get through it. And it's nothing bad happens if I don't defeat this. Oh, although if you don't defeat a barrier, it just gets shuffled back into the deck. So it would just get shuffled back in. So it'd be nice to defeat it. Strength or melee 16, and it's non-combat. So I can't use that. Well, so that's never going to work. I'm going to have to try and go for a dexterity 8 check then. And I've only got D4, so using that is only going to add an extra die. I'm just going to have to... No, I'm not going to waste all my cards just getting through this. I believe it gets shuffled back in, so there's a chance I won't come up against it again and I might find the villain first. So yeah, I'm just going to roll the D4 to try and get an 8. Oh look, I rolled a 2. Yeah, of course that's not 8. Right, so that goes back in there. It's undefeated. Shuffled back in. Never mind. Not the best. I'm actually going to... I'm going to throw away the Bowcruncher Crown and the Guard because I want some really good cards to come back up for when I fight the villain, when I reset my hand, which is now because I've finished my go. Excellent. Blessing of the Gods. That's what I was after. And another one. Lovely. So now if I do come up against that barrier again, I can defeat it, hopefully. Okay, next go. Advance the Blessings deck. Blessing of Irori, which is a non-combat intelligence. Right, so next go. Let's go. Warhammer +1. Weapon. If you aren't proficient with weapons, the difficulty is increased by 4. But that's quite nice, so I'd like that if I can. I'm not going to use the blessing to go for it, though. Check to acquire strength or melee 9. Strength or melee 9. Right, well, I've got a D6 plus 2. I'm not going to use anything. Nah, I can't roll 9 with a D6 plus 2 because that's the highest I can get is 8. I'm not too worried about that weapon. It can just go. End of the go. Fine. I'm just whittling down cards while I've got time. So, however, I will use one of these blessings. So I discard the blessing in order to explore the location again because I want time to go faster. That's another henchman. What's another henchman doing in there? There should only be one. Where the hell is the villain? Oh God. Have I fucked this up? Right, okay. There should be a henchman or a villain at each location. And I've defeated a henchman, which was Sujo. He's only a henchman, even though he's unique. And I defeated a goblin raider there. So here, there should not be a goblin raider. I think... Hang on. I think I fucked this up. But it's not the end of the world, because if Ripnugget and Thingy Stickfoot are in here, then that means they are. I shuffled in an extra goblin henchman instead of the villain. So instead of that, I just encountered this. Right, okay, so that's not cheating. It's exactly the same as what would have happened anyway, so that's fine. Right, although I suppose... No, it's okay, it's okay. Ripnugget and Stickfoot. Here we go. This is what it's all been coming down to. So, goblin, fighter, and animal. Chief Ripnugget's goblin song. Yes, here we go. Song. Got big crown, got big knives, got big gems for goblin wives. Me big chief, him big gecko. Nugget, make your face a recco. Yeah, great. Well done, Steve. So, I've got 2 checks to defeat. So I've got to beat this guy twice. Presumably because, first of all, it's Stickfoot. There you go. Yeah, check to defeat Stickfoot is 9, and then you fight Ripnugget, which is 10. And I've got to defeat both in order to beat him. And then, once I've done that, I've got to summon and defeat a bandit henchman. So I've got a lot on my plate here, but I do have lots of good stuff. So, first things first. Before the encounter, succeed at a stealth 9 check, or the difficulty to defeat Ripnugget is increased by 2. So, I can't do a stealth 9 check because I don't even have stealth, so that would be a D4, and there's no way I can add anything to that to get me there, unless I get rid of all my cards. So I'm not going to be able to succeed at a stealth check, so he's seen me, so I can't take him by surprise, so he's actually going to be 12 to defeat rather than 10. But that's alright. Stickfoot's the same. Stickfoot's still 9. So, right, okay, Stickfoot. I've got to get 9. So, I am going to be using my quarterstaff. That's my melee die, which is a D6. Okay? D6 plus 2, and it's plus another D6. So 2D6 plus 2 is fine. However, I would like to... Oh, shit. Oh, no, that's fine. I'm going to discard that in order to add another D6 to it. So 3d6 plus 2 should be fine. Remember, I want to be using some of these cards for Ripnugget himself, but I can only use one type of card per check. So for the first check, I'm only using 1 blessing because I won't be able to use both for next turn, but I do have a spell that'll help me as well. So, here we go. Let's try this. So, I'm going to roll 3 dice and add 2 to it, and that's my check to defeat Stickfoot. Come on. 9. Yeah, that's done it, isn't it? That's 10 plus 2 is 12. So I defeat Stickfoot. Brilliant. Now I've got to defeat Ripnugget, who is a 10. Or rather, he's a 12 now, isn't he? So, same thing again. I only revealed this card, so it didn't go away. Reveal this card to roll your strength or melee die. So that's strength or melee die is the d6 plus 2. Plus the d6. So melee die plus d6. And I'm going to discard Blessing of the Gods to add another die to the check. So that's going to be another d6. There we go. So it's the same deal again. But then I'm also going to play Aid. Discard this card to add a d6 to a check. And I can always try recharging it later. I would discard this card to add another d6, but I'm going to have to defeat a bandit henchman afterwards to close. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You don't have to do the when closing thing when you're closing a location that has the villain at it if it's the last location. So if I defeat the villain, I don't need to try closing this. It closes automatically. So that's really, really handy, actually. So that means I can discard this to add another d6. Superb. Right, 4d6 plus 2 in order to get 12. Right. I'm screwed if this doesn't come off, but here we go. Roll. Oh my god, that is horrendous. Oh, that sucks so much. Okay, 6 plus 2 for the melee. Oh, I hate it when this happens. 6 plus 2 is 8. And I needed 12, so he hits me for 4. Luckily, I don't have any cards in my hand, so I can't take that damage. But he's undefeated. That is such a shame, and I'll have to fight Stickfoot again. He gets re-summoned. Okay, Never mind. Right. Succeed at a Divine 8 check to recharge the aid card instead of discarding it. That is ridiculous. 1, 2, 2, and 1. Look, I just have to roll it again, and I guarantee you I'll get what I need. There you go. Oh my god, I did it again! I'm cursed. There you go, see? That would have done it. Anyway, no use crying over spilt milk. The milk has been spilt. Let's try rolling this, see if I can recharge it. 5 plus 2 for wisdom is not the 8 required, so that gets discarded. Oh, holy shit. This is very bad. Very bad indeed. So he attempts to run to any open location. Luckily, I've closed the other two, so he goes there, gets shuffled in. If you defeat a monster with the goblin trait, well, I didn't. So, yeah. However, if I fail a combat check, shuffle a random monster from the box into the location deck. Oh. So that's shuffled. One random monster goes in. And now I've got another monster I have to fight in there. That's such a shame. Okay, and now I reset my hand. So that's a potion of healing. Thank God for that. Amulet of Mighty Fisting. That's the joke my brother and I have. Ah, cure. Wonderful. And Father Xantus. Okay. Phew. Right, I've got lots of healing things here, so this is going to be okay. Then I reset my hand, pass the turn. Next turn. Do that. Blessing of Zarongel. Add 1 to a check. Add 2 dice to a check with the fire trait, or to a check to defeat or acquire a card with the animal trait. Wow, if he's there again... Stickfoot is an animal, so I'd be able... He's an animal. So I'd be able to defeat him by using that as a blessing. That's really good. But I don't think I have any blessings left. I think they're all in there. So, first things first. Cure. Reveal this card. Choose a character at my location. Shuffle 1d4 plus 1 random cards. Let's do that. 2 plus 1. So that's 2 plus 1 random cards. From here, get shuffled into here, because I'm in danger of dying. There we go. Shuffled. And then with this, succeed at a Divine 8 check to recharge this card instead of discarding it. So let's see if we can do that. That would be handy. Come on. I never do this. So it's this plus 2. Oh, 9. Brilliant. So that gets recharged. I'll have that again in a jiffy. Wonderful. Oh, God. Now, I think it's fairly important that I keep doing this. Oops. So I'm actually going to banish this and shuffle 1d4 random cards. I might even... Yeah, no, I'll bury him first. So he's going to get buried. To shuffle 1d4 plus 1 random cards. So he's going to get... there we go. That's how I bury. I do that and then I lock it so I can't even touch it. That's buried. And I get to shuffle 1d4 plus 1 random cards in. So I heal myself again. What's that? 2 plus 1. So once again, I get... no, it's random. So shuffle 1, 2. Shuffle those in. Oh no, plus 1. Plus 1. Did I do 2 last time? Yeah, I must have done. No, it was 3, wasn't it? So that's done. They go shuffled. That gets turned back over. And then finally, I think I'm also going to use the Potion of Healing because I'm really getting low here. Right, banish this card and shuffle 1d4 random cards into your deck. So, banish that 1d4. Here we go. Let's hope it's more than 1, otherwise it was pointless. Roll it properly for once. What's that? That's 3. That's handy. So it's just 1d4. Not plus 1. So 3 random cards. Go 1, 2, 3. So now you see how good this character is. And how powerful she can be. So hopefully my weapons have gone in. I mean, I can check through this to see if they have. Quarterstaff. Good, the mace isn't in there, so that means I have the mace in my deck somewhere. Nice, and maybe a blessing or 2 as well. Good, that's that done. Shall I also do that? Reveal a card with the divine trait. That's not divine. That is divine. I might do that as well. And then I get to... shuffle more cards in. I want as much chance as possible. So I reveal a card with the divine trait, roll yet another d4. I've never done this much healing. 2 plus 1, isn't it? Cards. So there we go. Shuffle 1, 2, 3. Shuffle those. Yeah, this is insane. And then I recharge, discard it unless I recharge it successfully. So it's the D12 plus 2. Once again, I haven't succeeded. So that gets discarded instead. But end of go, I redraw back up to my hand size, and I've got shitloads of cards now, so I'm feeling healthy and good. Aid. Okay, fine. Right, next go. Turn that over. Blessing of the dogs. Good. I realise that says gods, I'm just being silly. Now, I don't have weapons, and that's bad. So, I don't really want to encounter anything here, because otherwise I'm just going to die and it's not going to be good. So I'm not going to explore, and then I'm going to discard cards, which is going to be those two actually, and then reset my hand. And because I've reset my hand, I can't then play a card, so that's done. I passed the turn. Still don't have a weapon, that's a shame. Oh god, I picked up all of them. Blessing of Lamash 2. Bury this card to add 2 dice to check and a check to defeat a monster. That would be lovely, because I've got the Blessing of the Gods, so I can emulate that. The only trouble is, I don't have a weapon. Cure. Hang on, let's see if the quarterstaff went in. No, it didn't. Okay, cure. I might use this. Reveal this card and choose a character to shuffle 1d4 cards in. I just really, really, really want that card back, so I'm going to do that. I want the quarterstaff. So, reveal that 1d4 plus 1 card. 3 plus 1 is 4. That's good. Shuffle that. 1, oops, 2, 3, 4. That gets shuffled. So does, well, that doesn't need shuffling. Please say that quarterstaff has gone in. Oh, it hasn't. Bugger. Get out of there. Okay, never mind. And then I get to see if I recharge this. So Divine 8 check. I've got 12 plus 2. Or D12 plus 2. Come on, let's do it for once. Plus 2, it's 7. Oh my god. Okay, so I don't get to recharge that. Now, don't care about the Night Watch. I'm going to draw 2 cards. I want both those blessings. Here we go. 1, 2. Okay, no worries. That's reset my hand. That's fine. I start again. Now, that's getting low. So, I'm actually going to use the Holy Candle now. Bury this card to shuffle 1d6 random cards from the Blessings discard pile into the Blessings deck. So I'm going to bury that. And it's going to be 1d6 random cards. How do I rotate that? Like so. Lock it. 1d6 random cards do this. So I'll show you what that means. 5. That's really good. So that means I get to shuffle in 1. So I'm turning back time, basically. 3, 4, 5. So I'm giving myself loads more time now, and they get shuffled in. That's really useful. I'm happy I've done that. Then I'm going to discard that again, because I really need a weapon. Actually, tell you what I could do. Reveal a card with a divine trait. No, I've got loads of time. I'll just discard that and reset my hand again without exploring. Wooden shield. Cure. Bloody hell. Okay, that's reset. Now I have another go. Blessing of the Gods again. Right. I'm not going to move. I will use Cure again. Shuffle 1d4 random cards. We know how this works now, don't we? Bosh. 1. So 1d4 plus 1, so I get to shuffle 2 cards in. Come on. One of them be the frickin' quarterstaff. Was one of them the quarterstaff? No, it wasn't! Gosh. Gosh. Okay, it's fine. Then I have to see if I recharge that instead of discarding it. So it's this plus 2. Finally, I recharged the Cure. Cool. Good. And then I could do this. Instead of your first exploration, you may reveal a card with a divine trait. If I reveal that, then I'd have to discard it, losing a blessing. But I know I've got more blessings in there. And yeah, fuck it, let's do that. So I reveal that, and then I can do my self-healing thing again with 3 plus 1 cards. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, because that's 3 plus 1. Good. The one that's left isn't the quarterstaff. I then discard that. I'm basically back to full health here. This is ridiculous. That gets shuffled in. And I'm done. Okay, reset my hand. Come on. Another blessing. That's good. I want blessings. And come on, mace. Ah, another blessing. That's okay. I can start using all these now. So what I'm going to do now is... So that's reset my hand. That's it. New go. More blessing of the gods. Okay. I'm still not going to explore because I'm just still so scared that I'm going to come up against the goblins, the villain, and I won't have spells. So I'm going to not explore once again, and I'll just whack a blessing of the gods into blessing of Callistria. No, blessing of the gods goes in there. No, blessing of Callistria. I keep saying this. Right, that goes in there, as does the wooden shield, because I don't really want that. And then, hopefully, when I reset my hand now, I get a weapon. Yes! Get the fuck in. Oh, and another blessing of the gods. This could not be better. Right, hand reset. Let's get on with it. Blessing of Gorum. No one gives a shit. Actually, combat strength check. I could do that instead of melee. Add 2 dice. Okay. Let's explore. It's a scout. Right, so it's a monster. Human Ranger Veteran. The difficulty to defeat the scout is increased by the adventure deck number of the current scenario, if any. Right, well, the current scenario is 1, so he's increased by 1. So instead of an 8, he's going to be a 9. Before the encounter, the scout deals 1d4 minus 1 ranged combat damage to you. Fuck, this is going to suck. Okay, 1d4 minus 1. So he does 3 combat damage to me. Right, that's 1, 2, 3 combat damage to me. I'm going to keep that. Actually, no, because there's a chance I could recharge that. So that's 1, 2, 3. What an absolute travesty. And then I have to fight the bugger. So, mace. Actually, no, it won't be aid. Sorry, it'll be blessing of the gods that I keep. Okay, so those are the 3 damage that were done. Now, mace. Okay, I'm going to defeat him. This is going to be great. So I'm instead of rolling my my melee, I'm actually going to roll my strength, because if I discard this, if you see at the bottom, you may instead treat this card as if it had the same powers as the top card of the blessings discard pile. That's the power. Discard this card to add 2 dice to a combat strength check. So I get to add, with that, I get to add 2 d6s to my strength check, which is already strength, which is a d6, and a d8 from the mace. So d6 and a d8 from the mace, plus, because I'm doing this blessing, I get 2d6. So there's no way he can fail to die with all that. Maybe I shouldn't be going so overboard on a simple ranger. Well, whether that's a 6 or a 3, it doesn't matter. I've defeated him. Fuck off. Oh, I can't believe he shot me with a... Well, I guess he shot me with something. Fire damage. Right. Defeated. I didn't fail a combat check, so I don't have to do that. Go is over, so I get to do all these. 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on, another blessing. Night Watch. Discard to explore again. If you're... Right, okay, here we go. Right. So I've reset my hand. Now, if you're proficient with heavy armors, you may recharge this card when you reset your hand. I drew it first in order to reset, so I can actually recharge this and draw another one. Quarterstaff, great. Actually, that is good. Okay, interesting. I don't want to face them yet. I need another blessing or 2. So that's fine. New go. Blessing of Sarenrae, a non-combat constitution check. No one cares. Okay, so instead of exploring, because I'm scared, I'm going to use cure. So, once again, that many plus... 1 plus 1. Bollocks. Okay, 1 plus 1 random cards go into my thing, like that. Hopefully there's some nice blessings in there. Then I try recharging the cure. There we go. 5 plus 2 is not 8. Once again, I rolled a 7, so that's discarded instead of recharged, but that doesn't matter. I'm now also going to use the Night Watch, discard the Night Watch to hopefully draw up a nice load of cards when I reset. Find traps, that's one to discard, and a guard. Ugh. Okay, new go. Hopefully I'll actually explore this go, but I don't think I will. No, I won't. In which case I'm going to do the same. I'm going to use this thing. Reveal a spell with a divine trait, or reveal a card with a divine trait. So there you go, Magic Divine. I get to do the same thing again. 1d4 plus 1. Roll it. 4 plus 1. Right, that's 5 cards. Brilliant. 5 random cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Still using the Steam controller, by the way. Good. Oh, and he's not back in there. That's nice. Right, can I get the Divine 8 check to recharge this bloody card? Here we go. Roll it. Come on, more than 6. Oh my god. Right. Doesn't matter. And then, as part of resetting my hand, I discard the guard. Oops. Oh god, what am I doing? Right, reset my hand. Blessing of the Gods. Perfect. Aid? Nah, never mind. Amulet of Mighty Fisting. Great. Now I feel ready to carry on exploring on my next go. Next go comes up. That's a non-combat charisma check speciality. Doesn't matter. Let's explore. Be the villain. Damn it! It's undead, so this should be easy to defeat. If your check to defeat has slashing or piercing, he's 3 harder. Well, that's bludgeoning, and that's bludgeoning as well, so it doesn't matter. Right, okay, I'm going to use my mace. So that's my strength die, which is 6, plus a d8. And because he's undead, there you go, up on the left, undead, my power is add a d8 to anything with the undead. So that's all that. And I've got to get, what, 8? Yeah, that should be fine, shouldn't it? I'm going to risk it. I'm not using a blessing. Go. Oh, God, one of the d8s fell off the table. There it is. 1. Are you kidding me? I've rolled 4. Oh, for fuck's sake. I get dealt 4 combat damage. That is just unbelievable. Oh, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the skeleton is undefeated, which means that another monster comes into the deck. So he goes back in, another random monster comes back into the deck, gets shuffled in, and I cry. How can I roll 2d8? I'm resetting my hand here, by the way. How can I roll 2d8 and a flipping d6? Oh no, well that was 4 plus 2, which is 6. Shit, so I actually didn't have to get rid of everything. Oh my god, what have I just done? Hang on, let me go back. There is a rewind button. Rewind, rewind, rewind. Right, okay, so that's where I was. Who's that? That's the skeleton. So he goes back in. Then we get the random monster. Put him in. There we go. Now, he only actually dealt damage to me by... Because he was 8 to defeat, wasn't he? And I rolled 4, but it was with melee, wasn't it? So that's plus 2. So actually I got 6. So I only have to discard 2 cards. In which case, it's going to be... So I've got to discard 2 out of these 5. It's going to be the Amulet of Mighty Fisting and the Blessing. Great. Awesome. That's better. I'm happier about that. I wonder how many of you noticed that and were shouting. But I've still got an extra monster to defeat now. So, reset my hand. I can't even remember what was in there now. Good. Yeah, this is looking good anyway. I think I'll still carry on exploring. So, reset my hand. New turn. Blessing of the Gods. No worries. I'm going to explore. Did I shuffle those? Don't know. Let's shuffle them anyway. Ah, it's the skeleton again. Right. Not going to fail to beat him this time. So, same again. Using my mace, it's the strength die and a d8. So there you go. d6 plus 2 plus a d8 plus a d8. And now I can't. I'm not going to use any more cards because there's just no way I can take that again. Come on. That's more like it. 11 plus 2. So skeleton is defeated. Thank you very much. Good. Reset my hand. Don't need to. Done. Next go. Blessing of Sarenrae. How many goes have I got? 6. That's fine. Let's explore. Ah, shit. It's the locked passage again. Ah, but. This is nice. Okay. So what does that get me? That's a Constitution or... Yeah, no, that lets me do non-combat Constitution checks. And that's not non-combat Constitution. But I've got the Blessing of Calistria. So in order to defeat this... in order to defeat this, I need to get 8 in Dexterity. I only have a D4 in Dexterity, which is wank. But the Blessing of Calistria, discard this card to add 2 dice to a non-combat Dexterity check. So I get to add 2 more D4s. And that's good. I'm happy to use it for that. Because I want to get rid of this stupid thing. There we are. Right. Let's roll. I can't do anything else. That's all I can do. Come on. Let's have a good roll. Look at that. 11. Superb. Well, that's gone. Right. If defeated, examine the top card, then put it on either top or the bottom. That's really good. Here we go. What's the top card? Shadow. Well, I don't want to defeat a difficult monster, so I'm going to choose to put it on the bottom. Thank you. That's really handy. I reset my hand. It's another blessing. Superb. And then, new go. Now, the 3 cards. One of them is that shadow that you just saw. One of them is the villain, and one of them is something else. Please be the villain. Oh, it's a wand. Oh, I can handle that. Okay, Intelligence or Arcane. What does it do? Bury this card to reduce combat damage dealt to you by 2. That's not bad. But it's Arcane dice that need to be used for it. And I need a D7. I need to get 7 to get it, and my intelligence is D6. So there's no way I can get it. I'm not wasting anything in order to try and get it. I'm going to keep all my cards, so I don't achieve it. Doesn't matter. It's gone. Reset my hand. Don't need to. Next go. Blessing of Erastil. Add 2 dice to a combat dexterity check. That would be nice for my other character. She does combat with dexterity. So here we go. It's Ripnugget and Stickfoot, everyone. Yeah, got big crown, got big knives. No, I'm not going to do that. Ripnugget and Stickfoot. So I'm not going to succeed at a stealth 9 check, and I don't care. So he's going to be a 12 again. That's fine. Bird Cruncher Crown. When you defeat, reveal this card to evade a Bane with the Goblin trait. Well, I don't want to evade him because that means he just goes back in the deck and I don't get to fight him. When you defeat a Bane with the Goblin trait, you may recharge this card to examine your location deck until you find a weapon item. Well, that doesn't matter because all that's left in there is a monster, so that is pointless. Don't need it. Okay, let's try defeating Stickfoot. I choose to use my quarterstaff. Okay, this is going to be interesting how this works. I'm going to use my quarterstaff, which is my strength, my melee die, plus a d6, so that's 2d6, and I'm going to play a Blessing of the Gods to add another d6 to it. So that's all 3 of those, plus 2. Okay, and I'm going to recharge... I'm going to additionally discard this card to add another d6, because I've got another weapon there. So I'm just going to do all 4 of these. Okay, here we go. Right, I've got to get... What is it? 9 with 4 of these plus 2. Yeah, I've done it. Great. Okay, 17. So he's dead. Easy. No worries. Now I've got to defeat Ripnugget. Combat 10, actually combat 12. I'm going to use my mace. So, I get to roll my melee die, which is a d6, plus a d8. And because this is my melee die, I get to add another d6 to it. Sorry, I get to add another 2 to it. I'm also going to discard this to add a d4. And finally, I'm going to discard a Blessing of the Gods to add a die to the check. So I'm going to duplicate the d8 this time. That's what I'm doing. I'm rolling all this plus 2 to get 12. Come on, here we go. I think I've done it. I've done it! 19 plus 2 is 21, motherfuckers. You defeated. Oh, Ripnugget dies. Yes, he does. Oh. And I don't need that. So, he's dead. I get to automatically close the location. Well, I check first to see if there are any other villains in here. There aren't, it's just a monster. So it gets banished. This gets closed, the city gate. where alert and capable guards holding their posts, questioning visitors and checking cargo at this fortified entry into the community were, and defending against unwelcome strangers. Anyway, I've defeated him. That's awesome. Go me. I'm going to switch to mouse now because it makes it easier to do all the other stuff. So, well done. Oh, I'm so pleased about that. However, if you defeat a monster with the goblin trait, roll a d6. On a 1, each character takes... there we go. It's not a 1, so I don't take fire damage. Nice, that's good. He's gone. Defeated. Kaput, even. Which means I win the scenario. All done. Yeah, you have witnessed it. We had some touch and go near the end there, didn't we? We just had to be patient. And that's taken me just over 2 hours. Brilliant. So, what do I get for that? I get... Each character gains a skill feat for doing that. Now, skills. I get to tick one of these boxes. What am I going to tick? What am I going to tick? I think I'm going to tick my strength, because I work a lot on that. I could tick the wisdom one, but the only time I ever really need to do that is when I'm recharging cards. And although I've been unlucky, I think it's just unlucky that I've been. So I'm going to add another tick into the strength category. Put that there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, look at that. So now when I use my mace, it's a D6 plus a D8 plus 2. Oh, very, very happy about that. So that's the first thing that happens. The second thing that happens, I don't finish the adventure. I've just finished Attack on Sandpoint. So that goes. That's going to go back in the bag. And now I have to set everything back up. These become unlocked and can go back in my hand. Back in my deck, rather. There you go, 21 cards. I've gained 6 cards from that. Let's lay them all out and see which ones I'm going to keep and which ones I'm going to get rid of. I'm not going to do that off camera. Really, I like doing it on camera. Smash, 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 smash. A smash, a smash, a smash, a smash, smash, smash. Look at all these cards. Good grief. There we go. Right. What am I going to keep? So, first things first. Weapons. I get to keep 2 for next turn. I don't think I got any extra weapons. And if I did, I'd have known about it because I like weapons. So, that's my 2 cards kept for that for next go. Spells, 3. Did I get any new spells? Yes, I did. I got a second cure. I don't need a second cure because I can do it anyway instead of exploring. So I'll keep aid and a cure, but I will also keep find traps because even though it didn't work well that time, I didn't really need it that time, it may come up in future and I don't need to duplicate cure, so that's going to go back on its deck. Those are my 3 spells I keep for next turn. There you go. See, I gained an extra card. Actually, no, I didn't. Doesn't matter. Spells 3, armor 2. I don't think I got any new armor, did I? So there's just that and that. That's fine. Item 1. It's got to be this. I think I got that as well, didn't I? Which is great. But I can't get rid of the Holy Candle. Burying that to turn back time. That's usually what my brother and I run out of, time. So I'm going to keep the Holy Candle. Ally 1. Right, I've got 3 to choose from here. The Guard. Recharge to add a d6 to your perception. Or banish it to reduce damage dealt to any character by 3. And it's not even at that location, I don't think. So he's really useful just in case someone's about to die. But a d6 to perception check, not great. A d10 to perception check, that's a bit better. And you can discard it to explore your location. That's good. Father Xantus, he fits in more with what I'm doing. Recharge to add a d4 to your divine check. Yeah, I'm going to keep him. Because if I used him when trying to recharge some of those spells like that, you know, whenever I rolled a bloody 6, or bloody 7 each time, adding a d4 to that check would have helped. So I'm going to keep Father Xantus. Plus it's role-playing. He seems like a guy I'd keep. So he's my ally, and then I get to keep 6 blessings. Oh, there's another item that I could have kept, but I'm not going to. Just throw those back. Oopsie. Go back. There you go. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 blessings. So, actually, what happened when I closed there? No effect, so I didn't get to do anything there. What I do with blessings is I take all the ones that are special, or rather I take one of each of the ones that are special and then I fill it up with Blessing of the Gods, because they're the wild cards. So I will get rid of Blessing of Calistria. That's 6 there, isn't it? Yes, 6 blessings. Back down to 15 cards. I don't think I've actually changed anything with my deck there, but that's fine. I've got the skill feat. That's the whole point. So they're all shuffled, ready for next go. That's done, ready for next go. I will fix all of this ready for the next one I do, which is going to be local heroes. So I have, well, in fact, let's just see. So there were, you know, cackling goblins dashing through the streets of Sandpoint. I found their leader and indeed their henchman. And I unmasked him and defeated him before they set the entire town ablaze. Didn't have long to do it either. Four cards left to go. So I've done it. I beat it. And I did it in only 2 hours. I could probably do that in about 1 hour if I was not commentating, but it's been fun. I hope you've enjoyed it. Let me know if you stayed to the end. I might split this into 2 episodes just to, you know, just maybe 3. Yeah, we'll see. Anyway, hope you've enjoyed it, and I will see you all next time on the next video. Let me know if you want me to do more of these, because I may as well do these. I may as well record the... oh yeah, I'm also in a church. I may as well record them if people want to see them, because I'm going to be doing them anyway. So yeah, first thing to do is to save it, and then I can do it all later. Create new save. So that is solo 1, 2, start is what that's going to be. And I just want to check that that has saved. So if I put chat on, save and exit, global game, file saved. I will just save it again so I see that come up. Bam, save it. Yeah, saved. Good. Good. So that's that. Yeah, let me know if you want to see it again, and I'll see you next time. Bye. Let's drop this a sec. How do I drop it? That's that button. Smash!